Yep. Here I am. I've been away from YouTube for a while. It's because of one thing that scarred me for life. Let me tell you. My name is Jonas, aka Supersonic Jones 2006, but I'm now a completely different user because this is me after when I left that toxic disgrace of a community that has done me that has tortured me a lot of times. I've been tortured a lot, like a lot, over one little mistake I made, which some of you may think it's not. If you think that wasn't a mistake I made, that's okay. That's what you think. That's exactly what you think. Now, everybody, I want everyone else to know what I've been trying to tell you all. So to have everyone else understand, what I'm trying to say is all of you in the Go Anime community is wrong. You're all wrong about what I did, which I actually didn't do. Which I actually did not intend to do. What I never intended to do was that one particular thing that you all mentioned what I did back in somewhere around June or July. Just please don't have everyone else fight over me. I don't want any fighting in the comments. And I don't want anyone else trying to start a fight or anything. Because this is the truth that you should all know. And I know. I know what you're about to say. You're going to say that, oh my goodness, it's that person who did bad stuff. Get out of here. Well, actually, this is to have everyone else understand what I've been going through and what I need you all to know. It really does suck that I have to go through all this BS again ever since I left that community. I apologize if it was a bit rude for me, but I really need to get this out of my head like right now. This is something that all of you should actually face the fact that all of this was not meant to be brought up ever again. And this is the final time I'm saying this already. This is something really, really serious to talk about right now. I've been put in danger many times. And I've been spat on, I've been abused, I've been damaged, and I've been agitated all the time. I've also been accused of a false rumor too, saying that I was a pedophile, which is not actually happening at all. That's not the case. Pedophilia is not a good thing. I do not trust pedophiles myself. In fact, some of you guys might be using that word in the wrong context. So in that case, you should know that I am not a pedophile. I will never, ever be one in the first place. And that was until somebody tried to come up with the most ridiculous way of making up a false rumor just to have everyone else hate me for no reason. I've already been punished enough in real life and in online too. so you don't really understand what I've been going through in my life. You should all know that I was born with a commonly diagnosed disorder. Of course, you already know what it is. It's ASD. I had it ever since I was born. And we should know that autism is one of the most powerful and most commonly diagnosed ideological disorder, which has incapabilities such as understanding body language or some other stuff that could be hard to change. Since I am too, I do find it hard to surrender it. It's hard to resist. Yet people are asking you nicely not to do it again. And there's also, yes, it is very hard to change that. And there's also something wrong with my mind as I grow up. Not only have I been treated fair all the time, I started having anger issues and sensitivity to excessive hate towards me, and that is exactly the last straw. As in, I had enough of these people thinking that is an excuse, which I'm actually saying it out loud to everyone to hear. This is something that, this is actually the truth that you should all know. All that I have had was, all that I have ever wanted was to accomplish my dream as a filmmaker in animation. But you guys had to take advantage of it anyway. And thanks to you, I'm starting to lose passion in filmmaking on my own preferred source because of you and your big lies about my actions that I never did commit in real life. And now it's time I actually spit out the truth so that I'm making sure that everyone else is honest this time. Uh, I'll be right back. Oh, and one more thing. Please don't start any arguments and don't send in any threats in the comments, please. I want this stream to be drama free already. It's starting to give me PTSD. I'm back. And, oh, here's one of my friends stopping by. I'm glad that they could show up. Alright. And, alright, here comes the truth that everyone should know. Number one, you all might know this hate base I had a few days ago, which is the recent one. And this one I had today was the worst one of 2025. And it's all because of a guy who wanted to milk my drama, like last time, like when Hugo milked my drama back then. And I don't want anyone else bringing up my past actions again. Like, what did I even do to deserve this? I've done nothing at all. I did nothing bad by now. And yet you all had to take it out on me for no apparent reason. This could have been like a great summer for me, however. But yet I kept having these thoughts, like these thoughts in my head, like all this like voices in my head telling me to like do something like I've been so bad. Like I've been like a horrible person, which I'm not. Can't get it out of my head. And now to start off with debunking one of my hate-based claims. Yes, so this might be a little bit like admitting my wrongdoings. Well, there's just one wrongdoing and a few others that are a bit of absurd false accusations. So to start off with this debunk, I need you all to understand me and help me out here. And please don't attack me or anything. Just listen, please. Back then, as you all know, apologies for mentioning this dead topic, but this is just one time only. Back then, I was trying to expose this dead topic named Candy the Stripe Lover. You know, who makes crucifixion videos out of people. When I was seen in one of those videos, it was very hurtful. It actually angered me. So I probably might have shared one of her videos to teach her a lesson, like to expose her not to mock the death of Jesus Christ. But until I realized now, later on, this was the worst mistake ever made. The worst mistake I've ever made since last year. They already exposed me for that day, until that one day when Hugo exposed me over a bunch of accidents and false rumors I did. See, he said that I shared cheese pizza. I didn't even know what sharing cheese pizza was. I had to say cheese pizza because, censorship. I'm away from the community, but yeah, I might be coming back to the community partially in the future. Anyways, I didn't even know what sharing CP was until I realized now that I'm starting to feel like I regret it. And I have made this oath not to share any of that crap ever again. And I'll try to censor it next time if I'm trying to expose some crackhead on the internet. Yet, I don't like it when they say I still did it, when I already said that I would never do it again. And they don't seem to have a mind of understanding person anymore. I kept telling them that I won't do that ever again, and yet still not an actual acceptance. Like, they're just too stupid to accept that. Like commonly, whenever I see some hurtful comments, oh, hi Jade, I'm just debunking these claims that my hate base has been telling me about. I have just said it that I regretted it already. Just let go all of it now. It's over with. All right. Number 2. There's also this false claim that Hugo once said in one of his so-called attempts to expose me. He said that one of my OC characters named Lorenza Sanchez, aka in her nickname Red Cat, a Hispanic American mother of 7 kids and my OC wife. And then, however, he thought that I was a zoophile all just because I made a Cinco de Mayo special video out of my OC wife's birthday. And also, he said that she's an animal and not a human. Well, here's the truth. She is purely a human and not fully an animal. So yeah, it's true that she confirmed to be a human. It is confirmed that she is a human and not an actual animal. Hang on, let me show you this screen. All right. Sorry about that. Just ignore these hurtful comments in the chat. All right. Well, welcome. I tried so many times to tell everyone that this is what my OC Lorenzo looks like. She's a human. Does she look like an animal? No. She's not even an actual animal. She's a human. So there you have it. That's the confirmation of what my OC character looks like. Oh god, I'm starting to lose brain cells right now. I'm like starting to lose brain cells of just thinking about it right now. Like I've already left the community and I don't want to be involved in this anymore. I mean, does she even look like an actual cat? No. I'm saying is that if that you all should stop making up this false claim of me being a zoophile, as I made this video for celebrating my OC's birthday. I didn't make anything sexual in this video. I never intended to do that. No sex, no weird stuff in it all. It's just me and my wife relaxing. So that's enough saying zoophile much, okay? That's not what I meant. To be an attempt to become something what you think. Have you ever watched anime before? Think about it, everybody, before you start pointing fingers. Alright, number 3. Everyone else keeps blaming me for being friends with people who shouldn't be trusted, like, you know, Jade, Min, Kaylin, Alessandro, etc. Well, everyone keeps blaming me over everything, like I'm being friends with somebody who did something bad. Like, I get it now that they did something bad, but that seems regretful. But they seem to have a good heart for me. Like Kaylin, she has a good heart. Even Alessandro, he and I get along very well. Except for a couple of people who I mentioned since I'm no longer friends with, like Brian and Claus, after what they did was pretty disgusting and very, I don't know what else to say. I really hate it when a bunch of Fruit Loops gobblers say that I'm a bad person supporter. How does everyone else even make me a bad person just for being friends with them? You guys really are that much mistaken, dude. It's just my opinion, and it must be respected always. And I also hate it when they cyberbully or force me not to be friends with them permanently, as they say, "Stop being friends with some Ching Chong Min, or else I'll bomb your house and mutilate you to freaking death." Like, I don't like it when they say that. This is very uncalled for and very disrespectful, and I do not, and I mean, I do not ever tolerate these kinds of threats over a little thing. I actually have the rights to be friends with you know, whoever. Sending threats to do so is not even helping. It's just not helping. Yep, they're blaming me for nothing, and they're also bringing up my past actions. They're just doing this just for fun. Yeah, they're just trying to make me look like I'm a bad person. You're trying to paint me as the bad guy, which I'm not. Alright, moving on. Number 4. This is one of the stupidest things I've ever heard of. Someone else said that my content is bland, repetitive, unoriginal, zero effort, and cringe. That's not true. Hugo even disrespected my content I've made. I've worked hard on that stuff. Every video I made took me like almost a month or a year, perhaps. The reason why I don't post videos often is because I need to finish off my school and stay in touch with my family, too. Yes, I do have a family that I wanted to look after, because I'm like, I don't want to be up in my bed staring at my computer screen trying to put myself in the risk of eye strain or something like that. That's not what I'm trying to do. I don't want to be like a basement dweller in the future. Like, I have a family to stick with, and I also have important things too, like trying to get myself a job at some sort of a supermarket. Yeah, that's actually what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to come up with a way to make money by getting myself some employment. It's not because it's like, I don't like it when people disrespect my comments, because it's not really a good thing for me to work on all night. It's not the reason why I don't post very often. It's because it's not really a good thing for me to work on all night till I feel exhausted, unless if it's certainly due tomorrow in a few days. And here's one thing I don't like to talk about, is that somebody said that I cannot handle being exposed, or I cannot handle criticism, or someone else, who says, haha, Jonas cannot handle criticism. What a whiny man-child with no life you are. Like, what did I do? He believes that I cannot even handle any of that stuff he mentioned. Sure, I could handle criticism, but not something like this that I've tried to handle before. I've warned you all sometimes that I cannot handle what you have said about. I'm literally sensitive and autistic, for God's sake. Stop saying that it's an excuse. It's not an excuse. It's a thing that God has given to me since I was given birth by my own mother. Apologies. I just really hate it when people keep saying that I'm not, and that I'm not just making excuses. If you even dare say a goddamn insult towards me over having a rough time over everything, you will actually regret it when you get older in the future, because that's very repulsive. You cannot be talking trash to an autistic person like me. Like, sometimes I can't change it. Well, I'm glad you can handle hate. Well, I'm trying to handle hate myself. I'm trying. I'm still trying. I got this. Number 5. Here's also one of the most infamous false rumors that everyone else is still believing in, which they don't even realize this isn't true at all. Yep, you all guessed it. Being accused of being a pedophile. I've been mocked and abused many times, all because of a false rumor that needs to go away from me. I know that pedophilia is nothing to joke about, since it is a serious thing. But me being accused of pedophilia in a false way? Oh, heck no. I don't even remember being what you think I am. I don't actually do that at all. In fact, I never met some young user or groomed a minor in real life. I'm not like that fat dude EDP445 or Drake or some other pedos online. Why are you all calling me like that? Which I'm not. Which I will never condone any pedophilia or any other rancid stuff that I don't want to mention ever. You don't ever call someone else a pedo over a false reason that was made up by some hater on the internet who wanted nothing but revenge. I mean, listen. If you don't stop making up these false rumors about me doing horrible stuff, my life will get even more worse, and I will end up being in like I will be going through like a big old downward mental spiral or anything that's worse. I was never meant to be this way, as you mentioned. Pedophilia is not okay at all, and not that it ever was. Yet I've been falsely accused of being one, so please stop spreading these false rumors I've been slapped in the face about. And there's one last thing I need to investigate about. Number 6. This one is pretty absurd. I know this one was pretty much a long time ago. Some of you don't know. There's some other false claims. Some of them are a lot of reasons that are wrong. And some that I said, somebody keeps saying that I only like Asians and not Africans and Europeans. But guess what? I treat all that are from a continent one another. I care for the world, and I do care for all race. Yes, like I have a teacher who's black, and I've been very nice to him. Thanks. So, and somebody also said that I made Hugo suicidal, which I don't remember doing that. I don't actually remember doing that in real life, so I never make anyone else suicidal intentionally, yet I would never do that at all. If you do think I made someone else suicidal, that's fine, but I would never do that again. Like, And I also forgot that someone calls me the R word. I hate being called the R word. Like, I really hate being called the R word. That is horrible. That's like very insulting to someone who has autism, especially if they're like mentally handicapped. Like, it's very offensive. Like, it offends my disability and my mental health too. And that's called ableism. And ableism is one of the worst things to ever joke about. It's worse than racism or sexism too. Like, I'm actually in a program for special people where they might be disabled. Yet what if they've been called the R word and someone else, like any of my haters, then they should be careful not to be talking trash to me or whoever else is autistic or mentally handicapped. They wouldn't like it. They would never be liked it. Trust me. They won't like it when someone else who discriminated their disability, like for an example, like someone who was upset and then told them to like back off, and then they called someone the N word, like they would just beat him up. They would have him packed to death. Like if someone else who calls me the R word, I would pack them too. Well, not to death, like not brutally. And I would just give them a warning not to do that again, or otherwise I don't like. God, I don't like doing this. Oh, jeez. All right, and now. All right, I forgot to show you. Here's like a whole bunch of screenshots I took of. Let's shake up some old memories. Very horrid memories. Yep. Yep, this is the history of me being cyberbullied. Oops. Yep, that's what I've been talking about. That is so true. This is like unacceptable. I don't like it when they mention me and they do like death threat roleplay. Like someone cutting off my body parts, like my tongue or my fingernails or toenails or wherever. And I also don't like this person sending me death threats. What is wrong with them? And also this. And I don't like it when people tell me that. See that, everyone? See what I've been through? I've been through hell and back over and over and over again. And now for discussing the pain I've been through. Why do I get mistreated so badly? All these false rumors, all these false hate bases I got, the death threats, and all those repulsive stuff I've been offended. That's why I get commonly deserved. Being called the R word, being called an NPC, being called a pedophile, all for nothing. I have no intention of trying to get involved with any certain drama or situation that may pose as a risk of getting a hate base. I know that I'm still being cyberbullied, and I can't get it out of my head. I cannot sleep well, I can't even smile, and I cannot even keep up with my school correctly, and I cannot even do anything right.
I'm slowly trying to have my grades lowered. And I'm not even perfect. I'm just thinking of what happened that makes me want to bang my head on a goddamn wall. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Why does the community have to go against me 3 times? 3 times! Why not? Almost everyone should at least ignore me and move on instead. And this is not just bringing up my past actions that are both false and what I believe is regretful for me to do. Not everything has to be brought up and told again. Shouldn't there be such things as what, like, say, let that be in the past already? For Christ's sake. For the love of my Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Please, leave me alone. Please leave me alone. And just move on. Never mention any more trouble caused in 2024. I'll be right back. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry if what I've been going through earlier. It's just that I can't take it anymore. I had to take a couple of deep breaths and let it all out. That is absolutely true, Jade. They should move on. They really need to move on already. They really do. This is not what the community is meant for. This is not what the community is meant for. Why did you all ruin the Go Anime community? You ruined my own childhood as a fellow animator who just wanted to make movies for fun. What did I even do? Please leave me alone. Please, I did nothing to you. I'm literally under attack right now. I don't want to be put in danger anymore. I've done nothing to you. I don't want to be in hell anymore. I just wanted to let go from this nightmare. I'm okay. I'm okay. Just give me a minute. Life is not always perfect, you know. Not everything has to be filled with cupcakes or rainbows or peachy teen, whatever type of metaphor you say. I'm starting to think that friendship is one of the most fragile things that you could carry on to, especially when they're easily it's easy enough to believe in something that's very true. Like, I mean, like, what's even worse for me? Getting cyberbullied online or losing someone that cared about you in your life, like my father who passed away. I believe that both things that's done to me was worse. Both of them are the worst things that has ever happened to me. Losing my father from a cardiac arrest, being cyberbullied since 2024, losing friends since 2025. I've already lost 5 of them right now, and I don't need to lose any more. I don't need to lose any more friends right now. They don't even realize that this was all a lie that they're making up. Uh, I know. Sometimes it's just hard to go through. Very hard to go through. I don't need to be punished anymore. I don't want to be punished. I just want to be let go from this nightmare and just let me do what I need to do. Why does this have to happen in the first place? Why does people need to milk my drama? Why do you need to milk my drama? For what? Just just to treat me like you're one of my like I'm one of your science experiments to see what happens when you milk my drama and then you see the effects like causing me to crash out for no apparent reason. Well, guess what? That's not the case. I don't want to be your science experiment anymore. I don't want to be in any type of. I don't want to be someone else's test subject, as in trying trying to have them to see like a chemical treat me like I'm a. Oh my god, I've been tortured enough, and I don't need to be tortured anymore. I've been going through a lot. This is something I never asked for. I did not ask for someone to give me a hate face. I asked for peace. In fact, I demand for peace. I demand for peace in the world. I demand what's right. And the one big thing I demand is for someone else to know what I'm trying to say here. I've already been falsely accused enough, and I don't need to be falsely accused anymore. All this what you're doing is absolutely wrong. I have no intention of trying to get involved with such drama ever again. Yeah, well, the only choice I had was I have to do the right thing by leaving the community for a while. But if I do feel like coming to the community, I will be I will be at least returning partially. It's my decision, and you don't have to tell me what to do, honestly. What I've been going through was horrible. You don't need to insult me over a little thing. Like, I've done nothing to you. Like, what else have I done to you? Nothing. Like, tell me, what have I done to deserve it? Like, what? I barely did nothing bad this month. Yet you all had to bring up my past actions, which I never did. Like, you can't bring up somebody else's past actions while they're minding their own business and not even doing anything bad. Like, they're just making videos and chilling out with your family and friends and completing school assignments, like finishing up my school exam. And yet someone else had the guts to do so. What they should have been doing is ignoring me, leaving me alone, and moving on. Oh, I'll tell you what happened. Earlier, I was telling everyone the truth, like, I'm debunking these reasons. Okay, when the stream ends, I suggest you all to, like, watch the full thing. Yeah, especially for some parts of the video that you should understand, and not to, like, not to attack me over anything. Please, I want everyone else to understand. I'm not trying to make you all. I'm not trying to. I don't want to make anyone else angry or make someone else. I don't want anyone else to be upset or sad or angry or embarrassed. I'm trying to have everyone else in this community that I already left to understand. This is something that I'm about to say for the final time, and I don't want to say it anymore. I've already said it enough, and I don't need to say it anymore. I've already done with that case. I've already dismissed many cases of trying to overcome this fear of this fear of negativity and misunderstanding and gullibility. Like like not everyone else is so gullible in believing in lies made up by someone. Some of you might think about some of you are like some of my friends still like me and they care for me, while some of you out there in the community still hate me. And that's okay. But you should do the right thing by leaving me alone and moving on and pretending I'm not even there. And some of you might think about turning over a new leaf. But like but I don't know if I don't know if you guys could guarantee that. Like, oh my god. I feel you. I have just no idea what happened. I might have to. Well, if you want to. Uh, I need a. I need a rest. It was nice knowing you all. I have to end it here for today. Just please be careful out there and don't trust in anyone else believing in lies. Please be safe out there. Thank you.